Okay, so this is the guide for chapter 2, 3. We're just going to call this the drive-by slash Gigante. There's no routing in this part because 90% of this chapter you're in a drive-by, what's it called, auto-scroller, shooting at enemies. The only real difference you should do is the Chris player should be shooting at the vehicles and the Sheva player should be shooting at the motorcyclists. There'll be 3 quick time actions, relatively easy. On amateur and normal, you want to hit them because if you don't hit them, the truck will stop. There's a boss at the end of this. It's called the Gigante. So there are only 2 things on the Gigante that really matter. Is you just have to memorize his attack patterns and when he's going to a pole. So there are telephone poles that he'll try to grab, which will activate a cutscene. But there are red barrels, explosive barrels before each pole. And if you shoot at them right before they get to the cutscene, it'll stagger him and not let him get to that. So that's what we're going to try to do. There'll also be attack prompt animations that by the Gigante that will indicate us to dodge. And we will only want to dodge the ground pound. We don't want to dodge a swing or the tree, if he grabs a pole, the pole swing, because you could still shoot during this. During the ground pound, you can't shoot during, so you'll get stunned and regardless take damage. But for the arm swing and pole swing, just shoot through the damage, don't dodge. And that's about it for this chapter. I mean, we'll just run through it once so you could see. It's a bit of RNG on a lot of the attack patterns, but I think before we go ahead and get started on this chapter, I think the Chris player has to do a little bit of inventory. The Sheva player could just go ahead and ready up.
Yeah, all the Chris player, all you have to do is just remove the dragon off from your inventory and then ready up.
I heard about Irving. Tough break.
Yes, but there will be other opportunities. Sheva to headquarters.
This isn't skippable, by the way, so you just let it rock.
There's a high probability that Irving is on his way to an oil field in the marshlands. We're rejoining Delta Team and heading there now.
Understood. We got company.
They don't let up, do they?
Do what you gotta do to stop them. But don't get too trigger happy or the guns will overheat.
Oh yeah, don't let your guns overheat, because
yeah,
you get about 5-6 seconds of not being able to shoot. I turned down my audio actually.
We've got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight.
See, that's what happens when you don't press the button. You stop and you lose time. Did you not press it either?
I did.
Oh.
Very unfortunate, yeah. I should note that, like, when the game gives you the option to shoot off the windows on these trucks so that you can shoot the driver, that makes things a lot easier. Makes them fall over and stuff, so you don't have to, like, actually make them explode, so... At least saves you a little bit of danger as far as they're concerned.
It's gonna get bumpy. Hang on.
It's gonna get bumpy.
Hang on. Hang on. It's right here. You can see the game doesn't give you a ton of opportunities to actually shoot the driver on this truck, so kind of just focus your fire on the gas tanks. And then you can join Sheva in just shooting down the motorcycles themselves.
We got some sharp curves up ahead. Hang on tight.
We've got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight. We're under attack. There are too many of them to handle.
And on this part, I tend to go for the truck on the right, and then just swipe everybody off of it at the top. And then you can just kind of take it down here. Yep, there we go. And then switch over to the left-hand side afterwards.
There's a bit coming up where we're blocked by a road or a truck on the road with a bunch of mobs in front of it as well. Well, what we're gonna do is ignore all the mobs, ignore all the red barrels, and just shoot at the truck. We've tested it multiple times, and the fastest way is just shooting at the truck. So as a Sheva player, you kind of want to aim, if you see this mountain where I'm aiming at, you want to kind of aim to the top right of it, right there, and just swing as there's a charge up time, and it'll put you right on the truck. You're going to want to pre-fire a little before, because Sheva's gun takes a little bit of a wind-up since it is a minigun, while Chris is just a straight-up machine gun, I think.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's like an assault rifle on a turret, or a light machine gun, yeah. Here again, kind of same thing. You just want to swipe all the enemies at the top so that they're just done for. And then just focus on trying to actually hit the driver.
Don't worry about your HP. Your HP resets before the boss coming up.
Correct. Yep.
The Gigante's gonna have some iframes before his Plaga spawn, and that's when you're gonna want to rest your guns. If not, you generally don't want to tend to rest your guns, so I'll just demonstrate right here. Headshots will do more to the Gigante to spawn the Plaga, so you want to try to hit his head as much as possible. And I'll show you on my screen how it looks to just when he has his iframes before his Plaga spawn. So right here, we're gonna unload into his head as best as we can. So after one more stagger, this is where his Plaga's going to spawn. You want to let your gun charge cool down. Now, hopefully, we'll try to stun him before he heads to the nearest telephone pole or electric pole. We'll cause him to stagger, so he won't go for that. So alternatively, there, instead of running towards us, he could have ground pounded attack, which is bad RNG. But luckily, Plaga coming out right here.
Yeah, and when he does the ground pound, you need to do the QTE dodge, because you'll take damage and you'll be stunned, but if he does the regular punches, you won't be stunned if you take the damage from them. So if he does the punch like this, just ignore the QTE, but if he does the ground pound, then you definitely want to do the QTE.
This is actually really good RNG so far.
Yep. Right there. Oh, unfortunate. He got in front of the barrel before I could actually hit him, so there's this.
You don't need to duck.
That's right, yeah. That's like instinct. I bet. There we go.
I've never seen that attack animation.
Yeah, right? Same here. What the heck?
Oh, he's gonna grab it.
Woo! Nice.
I think we got it on the cutscene. Anyway,
Probably,
that's Gigante.
yeah. That's Gigante, yeah. That's not like the best Gigante, but...
You're able to one-cycle it, but you need to turn your game down to 30 FPS in the meanwhile, and it's super RNG-based as well, so I don't think it's worth it. It's probably a 30-second difference.
More like, I want to say like 11, 10 or 11.
If that, yeah. Alright, so that's chapter 2, 3, and the end of the first part of the 3 major parts of Resident Evil 5.